JoJo has fun.
Gotta collect them all.
Okay, you guys, sorry. Anyway, this has been JoJo Has Fun. We are a comedy Let's Play, part of the Mom Hat thing that we do.
Really working
Limited
on that.
Liability Corporation. Okay, I was listening
someone-
to Ether See, everybody. So we're back with Doki Doki Literature Club. We're handing out our poem. Who are we talking to next?
Well, JoJo, you're tired, so not Monica, since you'll have to do both voices.
That is a thing that I would have to do.
And
Let's
both
do
of
that.
those other two are me, so
Yeah,
it
I
doesn't
want
matter.
deadpan.
That's
I love
Yeah.
Deadpan Natsuki.
slightly confused deadpan Natsuki.
Ugh. That's the sound of thoughtfulness.
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt. Now, what's great is every Let's Play that ever did this game made that exact stupid joke.
Well, they're basic.
Yeah, and so are we. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
And from Natsuki, that's saying a lot. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes.
Do you want to get smacked?
I don't know. I'll pass.
I you know what? At some point, you kind of pass a threshold in your life where when you get asked that question, you're like, maybe.
Like, what are the circumstances? Like,
Yeah.
let's
How
go,
hard?
let's get-
It's like, from you? How hard do you think you could really hit me?
I just want to feel something again. So yeah.
Why is
Sigh.
there wind in here?
This is a new look for her. I feel like this is a new drawing they did. I
No,
don't
this is
remember
the same drawing, Jeff.
Okay. Sigh.
You're just looking at it at a different angle.
Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Rip.
If you saw someone's mouth and it really did this while they were at this angle, it would fuck you up.
Their mouth, their tongue is like pressed up against the side of their cheek over there.
This isn't how lips work, though. I shouldn't see this side of. It's just.
I'm like
weird.
I'm trying to open my mouth
You
like
can't
that.
do it.
Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly. A poem by Natsuki. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run.
Too much inflection, Jeff.
Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it.
There we go.
Continue.
History skip autosave.
I told you that you weren't going to like it. Just be honest.
I am.
Why are
Why
you
you
so
so-
convinced? Oh,
No.
sorry.
Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff.
Writing in high school has to be about Fortnite and the dances thereof.
How many Fortnite essays do you think have been written since Fortnite became Fortnite?
I think that's probably why there's a teacher shortage.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm curious. We know Fortnite from like the adult perspective of we occasionally look at it and play it, but not too often. But I was watching Bluey. One of the things that was it was cute, but it was interesting in Bluey is the kids, the little cartoon dogs in that show. They do the Fortnite dance.
Yeah,
a
they
bunch.
do the
Yeah.
they do flossing.
They floss just like randomly at times.
They
There's
floss like people floss.
yeah, and there's like a whole episode whether or not their grandmas floss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I floss every night.
So nice.
I've watched every episode of Bluey.
And they're like, yeah, Ma, what's your KD ratio? And they think that because it's a Canadian show, I'm assuming they think KD is craft dinner. And she's like, well, 1 in 7.
It's New
'Cause she
Zealand.
has well, Kim, I think they have KD in New Z.
I think probably they do.
Writes
Yeah.
itself. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Craig voice isn't too hard because it's just like, Joe, stop giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Craig
What's that
voices-
message? The fuck if I know.
Craig voices Joe's voice in my head. That is just what I hear. Yes, exactly.
Bro Lewis, as I call it.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. So, see, Jeff, you're so subtle. I don't even know when you talk.
I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem.
This thing that I made.
It's a fucking Neon Genesis sort of line reading here. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
I'm a sex clone of your mom. I'm a teenage sex clone of your mom.
Also, your robot is your mom.
Your robot's your mom, and I'm a sex clone of that.
Your mom. So I decided to write about it.
Did you see that meme that showed like Shinji like crying into his hands talking to a police detective, and he's like, so the angels are what compelled you to go into that unconscious girl's hospital room.
I just like the ongoing Evangelion meme where anything that looks weird and fucked up with multiple eyes is instantly an angel. I could put like a bunch of like
It could be
googly
an
eyes
octopus wearing a top hat.
Oh, the fourth angel has arrived. Oh no. Kim has no idea what we're talking about.
I've just spaced out for the last
Kim,
45 seconds.
I would be interested. You know what I think the fans would love, Kim? What I think
Mom watches anime.
Mom watches anime. Kim does Neon Genesis Evangelion and gives her thoughts after each episode. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Smile. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. I subverted your expectations. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something.
Wow.
Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not.
Don't have to have tits to be real good at my job.
I decided to humor her with the last comment. Here's my question. They're all 18, so
Yeah.
what does that comment even mean?
Well, I
It's-
mean, you
it's
can be
in
18
months.
in 3 days. And
Yeah,
Okay.
it's in months, like we said.
I don't care how old everyone is.
I do.
But I care a lot.
But if Natsuki is feeling proud that
They all are 18 and a half. But
Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her.
They're all 18 and a half. This one is 4,000 years old because they're part god, but they look like they're 12.
yeah, let's talk to Yuri now.
Oh, man. Back in
Lateral lisp.
Ugh.
Yuri stares at the poem is what this is.
A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading my dumb bullshit.
Oh, fuck. Sorry. Forgot to start speaking. It's... Oh,
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on.
This is bad.
Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
You see, this is already off to a really nice start.
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure that I was right in my assumptions. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
You're a dumb piece of garbage. I mean, oh, jeez, why'd you say that, Yuri? Bad Yuri.
It's bad.
No. Did I raise my voice? No. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, jeez.
Yuri, yeah, this is Yuri burying her face in her hands.
A lot of emotions going
Yeah.
on right now, fellas.
I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, this fucking conversation's the worst. It's just that there are
this is so weird.
It's so bad. It's just that there's specific writing habits that are usually typical of whatever that was. So it gets reading.
New
time.
writers, I think.
And having been through all that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. It's nice I got to read that whole line before somebody skips ahead.
Suck a dick.
I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make the style very deliberate, especially when they're writing essays about Fortnite. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form feelings together. It's a weird phrase. Fuck. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness weakens.
Wow.
Once Yuri finds a train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes.
She
You're
turns into
stupid now.
Natsuki's voice. Her lisp goes away.
Her stammering is gone completely, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for, being stupid and all. It's probably genetics. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem.
Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
Probably.
It might take you some time. Well, the alphabet's pretty hard. You gotta get that first. It's basics. But it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things, like in the butt. But I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback.
Is some of the alphabet like extra?
I think, yeah.
Well, there's a
Like,
lot of
I
overlap.
feel like I don't need X most of the time.
no, most of the time you don't need
Well, and if you
X.
have C, you don't need K.
Also, why
Yeah.
don't we call Z Z, but they call it Z in the UK. I've always found that interesting, and also like
And
Australia.
if you could have you don't need a B and a V.
That's
Yeah.
probably true. Yeah, you don't need a B.
Have
and
you
a
ever
V.
and really probably not an N and an M.
Look,
I would
we
say-
could probably solve climate issues if we slim down the alphabet a bit.
Now,
That would
now here's the part that I think is fucked, right? You have U.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the letter that's W. Why didn't they give that its own name? Why is
They
it
got
just
real
two-
lazy.
Yeah, they got real tired with W.
they could have called it WA.
You
Yeah.
could. Why don't they call it WA?
Yeah, call it WA.
WA, X, Y, and Z.
The W doesn't make a W sound in anything that you put it into. It literally is just two U's put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if the sound needs to be like U, if the word is U, you start it with a Y, but then
Yeah.
you have a letter that is that sound.
We gotta fix the alphabet. Let's make
Yeah.
that our goal for this year.
Let's make that our Kickstarter.
2022. Fix the alphabet.
2020, we got to monetization. 2022, completely redo the alphabet.
All the letters that show up in the phrase work in progress need to go.
Yeah. Yeah, this I think about this a lot when people are like spelling their names for me and they're like V as in Victor and I'm just like, "You know what? Why is it so hard? Like why do we need so many?" And I'm just like the S as in Sam and I'm like, "You mean F as in Frank?" And they're no S as in Sam. Like, "Oh, F and S why are we so bad at hearing letters?"
I also think it's great that when you're doing the V for Victor, that you're using a whole other word to describe what letter you're trying to tell
Yeah.
them to put in a completely separate word.
Yeah.
It's bonkers.
I told you guys years ago the best. I was on a Blue Cross Blue Shield call and somebody said, and I swear to God, B is in Victor.
You know what was funny, Kim, is when you said V as in Victor, my mind went B as in Victor.
I think
that would be
she-
a funny thing. And
Yeah.
I think you just called upon a repressed memory, that, or you have manifested that thought into the world.
Yeah. They said B as in Victor.
And you're like,
And I had
M is
to
in
like
Nancy.
try to be M as in Mancy, exactly.
T as in tsunami,
Oh God.
X
Oh, I
as in
have a-
xylophone.
I have a P for pterodactyl book for Pip.
Oh, yeah, I got
Yeah.
that one too.
Yeah, it's a good one.
There's also one that's by that same brand that's like, do not read this book out loud.
Yeah.
It's a book of homonyms.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what
back
were we
to
saying?
game.
I did my line.
Oh, cool.
Not you can be a little bit biased, Joe.
Bias How hates women.
Oh, fuck. Put me on the spot. Well,
She works for Blizzard.
She plays a lot of WoW.
never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that.
She thinks that
Lol.
lawsuit that got leveraged against them is all bullshit hearsay from e-girls. who
Yeah,
are
when she
mad.
says people like that, she doesn't mean shouldn't be talking about people like that. She means people like that.
Those
Yeah.
people. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, me, or Natsuki.
She's looking off camera, so it's hard to tell.
Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it.
Yeah, I bet you would. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity to smile,
Yeah.
Finally, I can do it.
which itself is kind of funny in like the not funny
In the
way.
saddest way ever.
After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
And not
Thanks for-
Smile Club.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the chicken scratch. Good luck, Jeff.
Ghosts under light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlights that have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the thickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flick her back. I fuck her back. The end. Continue.
The end. Hey, poets, end all your poems with the end.
The
Yeah.
end.
Otherwise,
Why
how
not?
do people know? Or the end, but with a question mark?
But what if you title the poem "The End"? You'll never start.
That's true.
Jeff, you just may have written the best poem ever.
You know what?
This
You
is a
should
poem
be-
about the best poem in the world. You ever see that genre? You know, like this is a song about the best song in the world.
You mean the Tenacious D song?
Yeah.
Is that a genre in itself now?
Yeah,
I
it's,
think
yeah,
that's
it's such an
yeah.
epic song that it's its own genre.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's more. Yeah, that's I can see like YouTube stuff where it's just like this is a meta song. It's about the thing. It's not the thing itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're never
I
going to get
have-
out of this GD classroom.
Nope. It's still day one. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
Well,
They've
if it
even
makes you
got-
feel better, Kim, I get my brain medicine on Monday.
Thank fucking Christ.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read, so that's obviously my fault and not your fault for being fucking illiterate.
Eat a dick. Ah, jeez, that wasn't very good. I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
It's just like you. It's thin and elegant with a huge rack.
With
What?
big curves coming out the sides.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short, was it? I like it long usually. I usually write longer poems. I'm
Not at all.
really glad you like it, because my self-esteem
I don't
is
know that I
fucked.
said all those words, but
I'll be honest. I copied it from the internet. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
Something from WikiHow. How to write poem.
Something
It
easy to
fucked her
digest, I
back.
suppose.
I fucking back.
are you into ghost series?
Sure. Actually, the story isn't about
So-
ghosts at all, you fucking
It's been 3 years. Her line is hoo. That cannot possibly be correct, right?
What does that sound like in real life?
Oh, Seth, are you here? Oh man.
Really?
It's not about ghosts.
I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only look at the fucking word ghost and move on, idiot. After all. But I remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. Like with ghosts.
Like I was a ghost once.
They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture about ghosts. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing but ghosts. That's
That's
a
a more solemn way of putting it. I hadn't thought of that. Impressive.
It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. That's why I date younger, stupider guys. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Jeff, clearly, she is not as experienced as, say, I don't know, Monica is.
I got it.
in the art of love.
Real quick, her hair.
What about it?
I've never noticed how fucking weird that front bang
Yeah.
is. It's
Monica's
flop-
got the same one, though.
It's flopped over. Realistically, we're seeing it at an angle. Realistically, it's one big flop down the middle of her fucking head.
Oh yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah. It makes her forehead look like a M.
Yeah, it's weird. If
Also,
you look at her,
hey, there's a question. What is this angle here?
Well, that's what I was saying. Monica's got that as well.
it's a cat ears. Or it's that thing that the girls in Neon Genesis Evangelion and the guys, it's that little thing they put on their heads.
Or they?
Or they.
Or they.
All right, click the
Yeah,
button.
maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
counting on you.
I'm counting on you too.
You wait with the wrong person.
Yeah, nice.
It's like when someone starts waving across the street and you're like, me?
Oh, could be me.
You're acknowledging my existence.
Okay, here we
Monica.
go. This is gonna be great.
Hi, Craig. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah!
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, just let me know if there's... I'm always listening. Sex. Don't be afraid to bring things up. Did you just say sex? Oh, Craig, you're so silly. Don't always thinking about sex.
Looks like they implanted a ribbon in her head. It's coming out of her fucking skull.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Oh, there's a button now.
It's just 40 words together.
Don't worry, Craig. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's sort of a barrier that we'll learn to get past soon.
Her own hair is trying to touch her butt.
I know, it's so rude.
Yeah, that's true.
I hand Monica my poem.
Maybe her hair lied flat and then she farted so hard and that's why it's flying
just
in
blew
the
her
air.
hair up.
Maybe her farts are just so hot. That's how she gets such a great lift. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Oh.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Like, I think you wrote depression in this one.
And cake.
Oh, well, we may be good friends, but Sierra and I are actually very different.
I hope so.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are some similarities you wouldn't expect. Maybe the way she talks about you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being.
I just want to see her all of a sudden do the motion of like the finger in the holes in her other hand, like just real quick.
Maybe you two have a lot in common. Maybe you have certain bits that could fit together.
And then she just does it like, what did I do
Like
here?
this?
Oh, sorry. I don't know what I was thinking.
Sometimes
Anyway.
poems can be visual representations of things.
Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think the kind of vibe I get while reading your poem.
You're sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Gotta keep her hair up. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I could tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Everybody over the age of like 23.
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
Hey.
And then she does the same like hand motions things, but it's like it's both of her fingers pointing together and she's making a like why not face.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things with that. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
We're talking about literature still?
I don't know.
That's okay.
I'd love to see you try new things, sex. the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone must be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find a style that suits you most.
This is the most like, this is come over and fuck type of conversation I've ever heard.
So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
Whatever.
I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be good.
Well, fuck you! And then she
Smoke bomb.
doesn't mean I don't always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read then.
Hole in the
I'm responsible for this.
Hole in the wall.
It couldn't have been me. See, the direction, the speckle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas.
My retinas.
My retinas.
I think we did that last time too.
Already scorched with a permanent copy of Meaningless Image. It's just a little hole. Nice. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Nice again. This is dirty. Stretching forever into everything. A whole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
Looking out, and then also looking in, and then they were also looking out, but we're all inside.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's getting pretty popular nowadays. What could that possibly mean? That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. Since what? When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Slam poetry.
Slam.
Welcome to the jam.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it.
Some contractors were over doing some work the other day.
It made a big mess, and I had to look out the window. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. And I need to hold on loosely.
Don't
Maybe
let go.
after, don't let go. Maybe after, if you hold too tightly, you'll lose control.
Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Oh, that's right.
Hey, Kim, next
Yeah.
time you're just having a conversation with somebody just casually, or just like at work, just like, yeah, so the patient in room 7, they have kind of this problem. I think there might be something wrong with the top of their eyelid or something. Here's Kim's writing tip of the day.
Okay, I'll work on that.
Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow.
Just scratch it around.
That's
Fuck it.
my advice for the day, and it's good advice, because I said it. Thanks for listening.
Phew.
Thank Christ that's over.
I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities and handsomeness. No, just the first thing. Even if they are being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. You know, the poem I wrote by picking words at random.
That took 3 people to do.
It took 3 people. There are three wolves inside of me fighting all the time. The one who wins is the one whose voice survives this fucking episode. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh, God. They gingerly exchange sheets. Hey, Jeff, have fun with this. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, staring their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What a fucking sentence.
What's with this language?
Yeah. Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Coming from you, it's not. Yours is cute.
Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up.
Oh,
Bitch.
I love it. I love this part when the poet explains to the audience what
That's
they
the
meant.
joke. How can that be cute?
This Twitter is satire.
Nothing I said is real unless somebody says it's fine.
Anyway.
I know that. It just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something. I was trying to say something.
Oh,
nice.
see, people can try. Kim, isn't that deep?
I guess.
If we were in the literature club, Kim, we would get in trouble constantly.
Yeah.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
People don't talk like this. And I
No.
mean
Yeah.
very calmly back and forth while having an argument.
So, well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Burn the paper. End it.
Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Natsuki, that's not the way you go.
That's not what you do.
Which people did, by the way.
Person did.
Yeah, Sayori liked it. And Crag liked it too.
How'd Monica feel about it?
So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, kick your own ass.
Excuse me. Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I have spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I didn't expect to change it anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring.
So this whole exercise was for them to just fight with each other.
I guess. Like, also, she's a lot bigger than Natsuki.
Yeah, she's enormous.
She's a monster.
Which I haven't yet. And Craig liked my poem too, you know.
I'll like whatever poem gets me out of this day.
He even told me he was impressed by it, which isn't really saying much, but still.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, little tooth. I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Just the newest hot slab of dick, and you're all over him.
That's not what I. Ooh, you're just.
She's got the tummy cramps.
Yuri sits up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Craig appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Like I use the bathroom.
Where's her other arm?
Behind her
ass.
holding something.
Yeah.
And then this is when Natsuki pulls her hoop earrings out and is like, whore, and then punches her.
World star!
That got me. That got me pretty good, I gotta say. Is that still is World Star still a thing?
I don't think so. I'm sure there's a version of it that exists like on TikTok now, but I don't
Yeah.
I don't know if World Star as it was as we grew up knowing it exists anymore.
Oh,
And-
the cruel march of time.
yeah. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? And are you that full of yourself?
You know what you're full of, Natsuki? Teeth. For the first time ever.
They formed one like Voltron.
You know, if I was so full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy, bitch.
Ooh.
It's just Kim.
Is everyone... Excuse me. Is everyone okay?
I was so sure that, Kim, you were going to do that joke where you clear your throat and then suddenly you have a British accent.
Just didn't quite make it.
Yep.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Craig started showing up. I'm sorry. Is she saying she stuffs her bra?
I think.
I think what she's saying is, I think
Hormones.
Yuri doesn't have very good posture most of the time.
Oh, she's accentuating.
Yeah,
her
she's
boobs.
like, look at, I could feed a baby with these bad boys.
Or a Crag.
Natsuki.
Natsuki, that's a little misogynist.
This
doesn't
doesn't involve you.
I don't like fighting, guys.
She's drunk as fuck.
So, yeah, it's like we're at a club. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there.
Craig. She's just trying to make me look bad.
She's trying to destroy me.
That's not true.
Craig, I have the high ground.
He started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Also, them titties.
Like E.E. Cumin.
What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Crag.
All right, I will explain subjectivity and why you're a bad person for having it.
Wait, There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily using yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Craig?
Oh, God.
Well,
how did I get dragged into this in the first place?
This is the exact conversation we were just having about the alphabet.
Oh, it was. Yeah. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me.
Oh, what's it gonna be?
Who am I gonna... Kim.
So either Natsuki,
I feel
Yuri,
like
or
it's
Sayori.
I feel like this is a help me Sayori.
Help me, Sayori.
Help,
Yeah.
Sayori, help, Sayori.
Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up the words in my mouth. So it's such an Yuri. Yuri? She does that thing.
All blushy.
But Yuri's expression is so defensive I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! She's here too! Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
He
Punch
just shoves her.
Sayori.
He just shoves her into a desk.
Craig!
Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree. It's about these us two. It's unfair for other people to interject more feelings into our conflict.
Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being.
She would never. Sayori, don't do it. No, girl, don't. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why... Uh-oh. Exactly why nobody likes... Uh-oh.
Stop!
And then they both.
Oh, shut up, Dad. Open up, drop.
They both whine.
Natsuki! Yuri! You guys are my friends! I just want everyone to get along and be happy! Playing music? My friends are wonderful people! And I love them because of their differences!
Oh, looks like Sayori has dementia.
Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words.
In 30 years, this is going to be exactly what Kim's saying as she's just muttering to herself at the bus stop.
And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everybody's so talented.
In your
brain
space.
Why are you fighting?
Attica!
Because...
Well,
Also,
another
God.
thing.
Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. I've measured them every day. Big and beautiful.
And the whole of the episode is as big as it always was. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. Will we see it? We will
Nope.
not.
I'll make some tea. Zoom!
Yuri adopts the speed force and disappears. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing.
So, this is why Sayori is vice president, I whispered to Monica.
Oh, sorry. I said it out loud. I didn't know what my line was supposed to be. She nods. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things.
No.
No.
But I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You can say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see.
No one did the fart noise.
I was waiting for you to do the fart noise.
It's kind of like the longer you wait, the longer you think someone else is going to do it.
I didn't want to step on your fart noise.
Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
Man, it's a lovely friend you got here. It'd be a shame if anything happened to him.
That makes 2 of us. You can count on me.
We're not going to get out of this room today, are we?
No.
Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Not what? Such a genuine person does not make a good president, regardless of what she says. Really does make a good president. What did I say? Anyway, if only I could get a chance to talk to her a little more.
Not today.
Not today. Okay, everyone, it's been a long episode.
I think we've done it.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow we'll leave this room.
Maybe. I'm fine staying
it's
here.
just
It's just about time for us to leave.
Yeah, us, the gamers.
Oh yeah, no. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Oh, yeah. Well, next time on JoJo Has Fun, we'll continue our playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. So many fun memories.
Yep.
Yes!